Hi, it's Coach Hughley. I'm here back with Coach's Corner, Coach Hughley's Corner, episode 2. I have 2 special guests with me today. Every episode, I'll try to bring someone different to interview me, to bring up topics, situations, or just experiences they had here in the Hughley Hoopsters organization, currently or in the past. I think it's very important for our organization. I think it's very important for the game of basketball, the game of life, to do things like this. And I'm very excited to have these 2 welcome today. I have Hudson Hughley, one of my own, and Jude Simon, one of my own too. I think this is important because it shows you what we're about. I think it shows you what the game of sports, the game of life is about. Not only that they've met through the community, but they met through Hughley Hoopsters. And it's an opportunity that, you know, they've shared an experience. They've built a friendship, now best friends, on and off the court. And I think that's very important. I think it's very important for the game. I think it's very important for the culture. And it's very important for them, for their future now and their future in the future. And I mean that in a way of saying, like, they can take this relationship beyond basketball, and that's more important. I think it's very vital for our culture, because you got to know who you're playing with on the court, and you only can establish that with the relationship you build off the court. And we build on that on the court to build on it off the court, and we build on it off the court to build on it on the court. And that's the reason why we're expanding and building the way we are. It's going to take time. This is our 13th month in the Hughley Hoopsters organization, and we've come very far. These 2 is the foundation of the 5th grade team, and we have a couple more kids that we think that's been here and stayed and been loyal to the program. And I think, you know, it's very important to continue to build on what they have started. And we welcome all the newcomers, and we're excited to see where this goes. Now, let's get it started. I'll take some questions, and then we'll expand on that.
Hi. Yeah. So me and Hudson have some questions for you as a coach, and I'm gonna start off with one question. Why do you think your coaching style is good for kids?
Why I think my coaching style is good for kids? To answer your question, Jude, I feel like a politician. I think it's very important that a lot of people see this, because I've been on the game for so long, and my level of intensity is very, very hard for a lot of people to understand, but it's a must if you're trying to establish a culture. And I think, you know, it gives you the foundation that you need to prepare for the next level. So right now you're preparing for middle school basketball. My middle school guys, I have to prepare them for high school, and my high school guys, I have to prepare them for college and beyond. And college guys, obviously, for the pros. And I think every level that you get to, coaches are there to win. You are there to provide a output of success. You're trying to get the team better, you're trying to get yourself better, you're trying to get to the next level. So with that, I think it takes a lot of discipline. I think it takes a lot of hard work. I think it takes a lot of teamwork, you know, and sacrifice. So if you've never been there, you wouldn't know how to get there. And I think I've been there before. So I'm trying to set the foundation and culture around what it needs to be, what it needs to take to get there. So I think that's why my coaching style works for people in my organization that want to get to the next level, wherever that is, whoever that is. And I think it works here, and not everyone can play here. I'm okay with that, and I understand that. So we don't need 30 teams, we need the right teams and the right individuals to fit those teams in our culture. And to add on to that, my coaching style off the court is, I'm a dad. All right, I'm an uncle, I'm a friend. But I'm warm, I'm loving, I love all the boys. I try to have the boys over here every single day. My wife thinks I'm crazy, but I know that's what it takes, and that's who I am off the court. But when we step on the court, it's like going to work. It's time to go to business. It's time to get to business. It's time to work. It's time to get better. There's no playing around. I have this saying, it's my job to get you there. It's your job to want to be there. So when we step on that court, we have to maintain and move the needle forward every single time we step on the court, because individually we got to get better, and collectively we have to get better. And that's what we're all about here.
Thanks, Coach.
Welcome, buddy.
So now we're going to pass it on to Hudson.
So, Dad, I have a question for you. How did you develop your coaching style?
I developed my coaching style, one, over time. As a player, you tend to think coaches are crazy that coach you hard. And I look back on my career, all the coaches that coached me hard got me to the level I needed to be. And so I have to do exactly what worked for me and try to do that for you, try to do that for you, try to do that for any kid that comes to this organization. So over the years, I was much more intense, much more demanding, but I think I'm still that, but I'm also trying to understand that the game is changing. So I'm trying to change with the game as well. So it's my job to continue to evolve as a coach with the times.
So here's my second question for you. Why did you want to start Hughley Hoopsters?
I think I answered this last week, but I want to get more in depth in it. I think it was very important for me to turn for not only for myself, because it was hard sitting watching coaches that was calling themselves coaches and didn't know what they were doing. Not that I think every coach, it's not easy being a coach. It's a lot of time, it's a lot of sacrifice. But I think if you're going to coach, you gotta coach. If you're going to teach, you gotta teach. You gotta want to teach, you gotta want to coach. And coaching is both of those. So I think, when I saw you guys years ago, starting an organization, there was no structure. There was nothing. It wasn't like there was a foundation or something set up just for you guys to even learn how to form shoot. And that's the first thing you have to learn when you pick up a basketball. So that's the first thing you have to do when you step on the court. So when I saw that little thing, which is the most important thing, it was time for me to return. So I think it was important for one, a relationship with my son on and off the court, but also to see him, you, and every kid that want to play basketball get to reach their fullest potential, which I think I can deliver.
Thanks, Coach.
Yeah.
Here comes us.
Okay, another question. So those terms you have, we are one and be great or be forgotten. How did you get those?
You hear people say just do it. You hear people say, like Adidas, everyone make up a lot of things be great or be forgotten. I heard someone said, I want to be the best forever. And I just, over time, just thinking of something, that's when I want to be great or be forgotten. And it doesn't have to be about basketball. You can be a great lawyer, you can be a great agent, a great accountant. It's whatever you do, whatever you do, try to be the best that you can be. And that's it's just not related to basketball. Nothing I do is only related to basketball unless we're just playing basketball. Everything I try to teach them can carry on to the future of their life. And that's what is most important. And that's where be great or be forgotten comes from. Be a great student, be a great brother, be a great friend, be a great teammate. It all relates. And that's how I came up with We Are One. We are one because we are one. We are a team. We practice together, we play together, we compete together. So it's all about us. It's not about an individual star, it's about a team collective win effort. So that's how most of these sayings come about.
Thank you.
This is my third and final question for you. What is your favorite age to coach basketball?
Every age. I know it now I'm starting Rising and Stars. I look at that because it makes me try to be more softer, because the kids are so young, but it also gives me such a great vision to say listen, if I can build the right foundation at ages 5 through 7, imagine when they get to your age, just moving the needle forward. So, every age I find beauty and I find vision and I love to do it because it gives me a chance and, an opportunity to get everyone better and try to establish a foundation and culture for each individual kid and team.
Thanks.
So this is my last question too. Do you find it harder or more different to coach me from everyone else since I'm your son?
I think, yes, it's tough in a way because I have to understand that you're not me and I'm not you. And the way you grew up, I didn't grow up. And there's nothing wrong with that. So I may be a more intense, a more I wouldn't call it hard working,
More tough?
Because not tough, everyone's tough in their own ways. A mother is tough, a father is tough. Everyone is tough in more ways, but it's a balance that you gotta have. It's not easy being a father coach, but I do think I try to separate as much as I can from being your father and just try to be your coach when I'm on the court, but also your father on the court, because I see the progression you're making. I see the progression you're making. And that's the beauty of it. And that's what makes me, try to continue to be a coach and a father. But sometimes it is hard when you're not working hard, or I gotta push you outside, but those things come. And it's your job to get where you want. I'm here as your foundation. As far as you wanna go, I'll go with you. If you want me to stop coaching tomorrow, I'll do it, because it's for you, not for me. And that's the separation that you gotta have.
And one last question before we go. Who's your favorite child?
All of them. Right now, you're my favorite. Don't tell Jacob, Sammy, and Chloe, okay? I love all five of my kids and my grandpup. So let's thank Jude and Hudson today. I'm excited for the next Coach's Corner. I think this is, getting to know our program. Like I said at the beginning, I understand everyone can't play here. Everyone don't want to play here, and everyone, has their own process and their own vision, and this is ours, and you'll get to know more and more where we're trying to go and who we're about in the near coaching corners. I thank you again for joining Coach's Corner number 2. We see you in episode 3.
See ya.
Good.